Yo, what is going on, guys? We are back today for another Alliance War video, and this one, man, is huge. So, for Loki facing off against KenOB. Let me set the stakes right before we get into any actual fight. So, for Loki has never beaten KenOB in an Alliance seasonal war before. Every time we face them, we've lost, especially for everyone that I've been a part of since I joined. We've never been able to beat them. I'm pretty sure they haven't beaten them before I joined as well. But anyways, the current standings for the season when this war started, For Loki was 4th in the world, which in Masters, and KenOB was 1st in the world, and so there's 3 spots, 4th, and then 4th is just as good as 20th though. Like in the Masters bracket, the rewards are the exact same. You need to crack the top 3 to really get to the next level of rewards. That's where it matters. So obviously, if we take down KenOB, who's in 1st, that should get us into the top 3. And put us in a really good spot for the rest of the season. So this war, man, going into it, just so much at stake here. And I get 9 fights this war, including the final boss. So a lot of pressure on me, which is okay. I don't mind the pressure. This first fight was one that I was pretty weary about. So this is a 6-star rank 3 Tigra. But the problem with this fight is this guy has Mystic Dispersion max 4 or 5, so it's a lot of power just from my dexterity buff. But also with the Arc Overload, she goes unblockable whenever she has a regen buff, and that triggers every like 20 some seconds with Arc Overload. So you need to be very, very careful with that. Tigra, her animations are wild, so it's very easy to get hit. Also, with the Mystic Dispersion, I could easily push her to a special 2, which is what we don't want. You see, I hit her block a lot to give myself space to push her back. I don't want to get up against my wall. That would be very bad. And again, I don't want her to get to an L2, because if she gets to an L2, I'm probably going to eat it to the face, and it might just kill me. It might kill me. I don't know. I don't want to find out, though. But yeah, I cannot evade her special 2. I can only evade her special 1. I can evade her special 1 very well, though. So that's why kind of confident in fighting Tigras, and the fight ended up going really well. We just maintained a space on the map, made sure to push her back through the block, and we came out okay. We came out actually without even like a scratch. So first fight down, great way to start. You can see my team. We got Doom and Sorcerer backing up Torch. Torch is going to be taking the bulk of the fights. There's only 1 Sorcerer fight and 2 Doom fights. So this is the 1 Sorcerer fight, this Annihilus here, and I was like, you know what, might as well throw on a Mystic Boost, just to play it safe. We're facing KenOB, don't want to be under boosting. You can see I'm not like max boosted, but I'm pretty beefily, is that a word? My boosts are pretty beefy though, so yeah, start this fight off with an Intercept, always a good way to start a fight. And I'm looking to get my special 1 off to nullify his rod. There we go, get that nullified. I am also running max Mystic Dispersion like that Tigra was, so all those Furies are just going to fuel my power. And I'm going to get to a special 3 pretty quickly, or special 2, and then with that Mystic Boost, go right to a special 3. And I'm like, alright, this should kill him, I think. I just want to get out of this fight. Lately, just not the biggest fan of Sorcerer. After we died to that Hit Monkey with her, just not really feeling her too much. So yeah, that fight went great again. Barely a scratch on us. Great way to start. Now, that fight I wasn't really too worried about. The Tiger one I was pretty worried about. But in this next fight, I was not worried about at all. It's just a Corvus. The only thing to worry about here is to make sure to attack him so he doesn't get too many Furies with specials. Just try to get off my specials as quickly as possible. My instructions for this fight was just to use special 1s. So like going into this fight, I'm like, okay, this fight really shouldn't be too hard. But I make a massive mistake coming up right here. So you see he's shocked right now. I go, all right, it's gonna be coming up in a second here. Corvus, when his charges are on cooldown, then when it comes back, he like purifies the bleed and shock. And right there, he was shocked. I went to heavy him, and his glaive came back online, so the shock disappeared, and my heavy didn't convert the shock into a stun, and I took a combo. So it was half my health. I'm like, that's not good. Okay, as soon as that happened, my playstyle shifted to like extremely careful and defensive mode. Like I don't in the fight, I wasn't really sure how how I didn't have a shock on him. That's never happened to me with Doom before. Like, I'm not usually paying attention. It's just like muscle memory, like when to go for heavies. So I was really confused. I had no idea what happened. So I'm just going to play like as defensive as possible. You see, I am going for some special 2s. That's okay as long as I still have strike counter hits, which are mediums, lights, and mediums, or medium, lights, and heavies, because we don't want his Fury passives to stack up. Right now he only has 1, which is fine. It'd be better if he had none, but yeah, just 1 is okay. And yeah, I'm going to try to get to my special 2 again, because they're doing some pretty good damage. Corvus is not immune to Incinerate, and I'm just like so scared right now. I just want to get out of this fight as soon as possible. And he dies. I'm like, oh, thank God. Like, if I died there, I was not worried at all about that fight, man. But geez. And then after watching it back, I realized what happened. I was like, oh, really? That's how that happened? Yeah, I do need to use Doom as well later, so I'm going to have to heal him up, which is kind of unfortunate. But next up here, we get to Longshot on node 22, which has Power Snack. So if I Dex, he's going to eat it, and he's going to get Power Gain, and then also Backup Recovery. So once he drops below 50% health, he's going to get about a bar of power. And also, it's a Mystic, so it's KenOB, so you know they have Mystic Dispersion. So pretty much, I've done this fight actually more than probably 8 times at this point, like in season. I've done this fight many times, never died to it. The trick is really just try to bait specials without him, without dexing. Try to bait that special 1 if you can. I also run Max Petrify to give him the least amount of power as possible. Even if you push him to a special 2, it's okay. You see right here, we're just going to take the special 2. I decided to block it today just because it's against KenOB. You know, honestly, I've dexed it before. I know how to dex it, but there's definitely a chance I could screw it up. I'm definitely not the most confident in Longshot's L2 evade, so I'll just you know what, I'm going to block it. I'm going to play it extra safe here. It's going to cost a potion, whatever. So yeah, that fight goes pretty well. And there's section 1 done. I was like, okay, that went really well. And then we got unlinked, and I still had my 6-hour war boost on. So like, all right, I can take this next fight. It's a rank 3 Silver Surfer. This was the main reason why I was assigned Doom this war, because this node has EMP modification, which you essentially just need to bring in a shock immune, and then you don't have to worry about it. But there's also Burden of Might. So we don't want to dex in this fight, because if we dex and then we lose the dexterity buff, which happens when you attack the opponent, Burden of Might drains all your power, or a bunch of it. So it's pretty much just we're not trying to dex, and we're trying to get him into the Doom cycle. So far, so good. We haven't dexed. We haven't let him really throw any specials either. And we get perfectly set up into the Doom cycle. And I don't know why, but normally when I use Doom, I'm just like, once I get him in the Doom cycle, I'm like, all right, fight's over, it's locked down. But in this fight, I was just like, I don't know why, but I was just like, what if he gets out of the cycle? Like, what if he gets an L3 off? And I'm just like, I don't know why I was thinking like that, but I'm like, okay, no, shut up, Legacy. Don't think like that. You got this. And then as soon as I got to my special 3 again, I'm like, okay, I don't know what I was thinking. Like, we're in the Doom cycle. Like, this fight is over. Like, don't even worry. Just, you know, get to one more special 1, and then you'll steal power, get to a special 2, drop the special 2. He'll be dead. Those special 3s are dealing so much. That did 30k, ton of damage. Let's get the special 1 off, into the special 2 with double furies. We're chilling. I think it's just, you know, facing KenOB, a little bit of nerves. Pressure is on. Actually, at this point in the war, we were actually winning, which was pretty weird. Normally that doesn't happen against KenOB, but they actually had 2 deaths very early on. So we were up 2-0 pretty much like from the start, from when I joined. And so, you know, that was in the back of my mind, like, I can't be the first person for Loki to die against KenOB. Like, I don't want to feel, I would make me feel like, this wouldn't make me feel good. I'm not trying to do that. And that would just put more stress on me for my later fights, and just like, oh, I don't. So just the pressure is so on right now, man. I don't think, it's rare that like I said, we've never beaten KenOB, and it's rare that we ever have a lead on them either. So yeah, next up here we have a Mordo. This fight, not worried about this fight at all. Worst case scenario, he goes to a special 3, and there's no way that we die to 1 special 3 from a Mordo with Torch. Like, there's just no way. It's not going to happen. So I'm just not worried at all. Like, I'm pretty sure I could take Abyss Mordo's L3 like with the rank 3 Torch boost. I'm pretty sure I could. So Yeah, really not worried at all. I could probably take like 3 L3s from this Mordo specifically, but here I actually get parried. And I was like, really? Okay, well, whatever. Let me just bait the special 2 out, one more combo, and he'll be dead. So on this path, the strike counter is just power siphon passives that get applied to you, which don't really matter as long as you don't need to throw special attacks. It's pretty much just a nothing node. Whereas, you know, section 1, the Furies, they do matter. But yeah, so it doesn't really matter here, so I don't have to worry about my combo hits or anything like that. So I got a rank 3 Emma here. I was originally assigned Sorcerer Supreme for this, and I was just like, I don't want to use Sorcerer Supreme for this fight. So we ended up going with Torch with pre-fight, and then we're going to have someone with a Torch apply pre-fight to the Mojo boss for me. And so yeah, I'll still have the pre-fight for the final boss. So Emma Frost here. The reason why I didn't want to use Sorcerer is because every time we cross a bar of power, we get the twice stung, once shy, or whatever it's called. Basically, you get a power sting debuff on us, and I was like, oh, dude, I'm gonna accidentally throw a special with that up, and I don't know how much damage it does. It might. Some of them they deal like a smidgen of damage, and other ones they like deal half your HP. So I was like, dude, I don't want to risk it. I don't want to use Sorcerer for this. So yeah, I just went in here with Torch, with Flame on, and just such an easy fight. I'm very comfortable fighting Emma Frost, so not worried at all. I can evade her L1 100 times in a row. It's really not a problem at all. And actually, the power suppression passives are actually kind of a good thing because she wasn't in Diamond that often. So this next fight here, one of the most interesting of the entire war. So this is Thor Ragnarok on the Stunning Reflection with Polka Dot Power and Stun Vulnerability. I've done this fight before with Stubborn, and it went extremely well. And B Manny did this fight in BG2, but they had Bulwark this war. So I was talking to Tears, I'm like, dude, I'm a little concerned about triggering Protection, because we have the Protect tactic, and Thor Ragnarok is large, so he benefits from it, and Human Torch is not large or XL, so he does not benefit from it. So if I do too much damage, if I do 300% of my attack in one hit, he's going to get a Protection passive. And that's going to decrease the amount of damage that I'm doing to him, and they stack up. They stack up so that eventually I'll be doing 0 damage. So right here, I trigger one, and I'm like, that's not good. Now, there's only one way to get rid of that protection in this fight. It's to intercept. Now, what's the one thing you can't do against Thor Ragnarok is intercept. You can, but there's a chance that he'll auto-block you, and the auto-block will parry stun you as well. So I'm just like, well, what do I do here? I'm just like, this is not good. And then I had a big brain moment. I'm like, yo, let's intercept him with the special one. I'm just like, will that work? That could work. That could work. So when intercepting with a special, you see right there, that's called a special intercept, but it doesn't technically count as an intercept because you're not intercepting them. They dash you, you evade their dash, and then you punish with a special. Right there, that was an intercept. You gotta wait till like they're in the middle of their dash coming at you, and then you launch your special, and then it counts as an actual intercept. So I'm like, okay, that was a good plan. Now we got to do it again. We got another protect. I'm like, maybe I can just play this out. I got 3 minutes, maybe I can just deal enough damage to kill him within those 3 minutes. And then I trigger another protect. And I'm just like, ooh, okay. I don't want to be here all day because the longer I'm in this fight, the more chance there is for me to screw up and die. So again, right there, I screwed it up. That wasn't an actual intercept. Okay, that's all right. Let's just get another bar of power. Let's try again. We're doing good. We have a lot of HP right now. He's pretty low. We just need one more special intercept, and then we can finish the fight. So again, right there, didn't get it. It's like, okay, let me bait out his power first, and then it'll be just kind of easier to get that intercept whenever I want. And I need to have debuffs on him to actually get the polka dot power gain. Otherwise, I just can't gain power. So here, just trying to bait out a heavy attack. And he throws 2 combos into my block. I'm like, all right, I guess I'll punish that. So yeah, here I just want to bait the special out first. I'm like, okay, I can get this intercept. Boom, right there, nail the intercept, turn off his power gain. He's down to 7% health. We got rid of all of the protects. And yeah, that's Thor Ragnarok down. Kind of a long fight, kind of a scary fight. Was really hoping that I wouldn't trigger protection, but I just kind of figured it out mid-fight. I'm like, wait, that could work. I did not have that plan before going into the fight, but I just kind of dawned on me in the middle of that fight, and I was like, all right, there we go. So I got it down. And then now we just have the big bad Mojo boss. So at this point, man, double check I'm recording, we're winning this war. Like I said, we're still winning at this point, and all of BG3, which is my BG, we've cleared to the boss without dying. We're 49-0 right now, and I didn't even know that before going in. I knew the pressure was on, but I was just honestly just not trying to think about it. I wasn't trying to think about anything to give more pressure. I just went into this fight, and I'm like, all right, this is Mojo. Let's go. I've done this fight before. This fight should be easier than that Thor. Like, let's go, man. So, got pre-fight, got guidance. Shouldn't have to worry about protect triggering in this fight, because I don't think the only reason we triggered protect on Thor was because of the stun vulnerability. So right here, I take the first heavy to the face. It's okay, I can take 3 of those with my indestructible boost. That's why I put it on. It's really just for heavies, because against the wall, you actually can't evade his heavy attack without dexterity, and I have dexterity off, because I'm not trying to degen. And then right here, I get parried, and I'm just like, oh, okay, that's not good. Okay, so there goes my indestructible boost right at the start. That's not good. Right there, nail and intercept. But I'm getting a little worried at this point, and I'm also getting kind of worried that I'm going to start getting haters on me, and I am going to start getting haters on me at one point, and it really freaks me out. But yeah, I'm going to try to throw away my power so that I always have like 1 bar if I get stuck against the wall, just as a safety net to push me out without dex, because like I said, I can't get away from his heavy attack against the wall. So right here, I get a hater on me, and I'm just like, uh-oh, that's not good. I'm degenning. I'm looking at that degen. I'm like, that's 997 per tick. That's total BS. I'm looking at my health. I'm just like, dude, this is not good. I go for my special 2 here. I'm like, please kill, please kill. Doesn't kill him, but he's low, and he drops. Oh my god, my heart was just racing out of my chest at the end there, dude. But we got through. Mojo boss soloed. And watch what's about to happen, dude. I didn't realize this many people were watching me. My entire battle group was watching me. People from other battle groups were watching me. Like, just look at the chat blowing up. Like, a whole bunch of people not even from my battle group. I'm just like, damn, dude, I had a bunch of spectators. Just, whew. But yeah, we did it. We did it. We didn't die. 9 fights, boss solo, BG3, perfect clear against KenOB. Probably, like, our biggest achievement as a battle group. Which was crazy. So, as you guys can see right here, there's the 50-0, and at this point they were half cleared RBG3, and they already had 1 death. And so yeah, we were winning at this point. So we cleared it around like 11 at night. I stayed up till like 6 in the morning or something. My sleep schedule's kind of messed up, but I kept checking on the war score all night, and it was we had 2 deaths and they had 4 for the longest time. And we were at 141 clears. We only had 9 fights left, and they had about, I don't know, like 30 or something. And we were up by 2. So I was like, okay, yo, we're going to win. So I went to bed thinking we were going to win. I woke up, and we tied. It kind of looks like we win because we was plus and they're minus. But no, it is a tie. As you can see, we both got the same amount of score, 147,430, 147,430. And if you look at the defender kills, we both only died 4 times. So 4 deaths apiece, 8 deaths total, and we tied, man. Oh, I woke up just, I was really hoping we would have won. It's really unfortunate, but I'd rather tie them than lose to them. So I guess, of course, we'd much rather win. Yeah, so insane war. That was the closest war that I've ever been in. Just so close right up to the end. So much pressure, especially, dude. It was just crazy. So much pressure. We did end up getting a gold card for this war as well. Human Torch looking like a beast. But yeah, guys, that's going to do it for this war. Let me know what you guys think. We finally didn't lose to KenOB, I guess. But yeah, if you guys did enjoy, drop a thumbs up, subscribe if you'd like to see more war content. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Peace out.